Oh, just look at that, guys. Chunks of salmon, lovely cooked. Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we are going to make something really easy in the air fryer. I've got some salmon here, look. You know, I've already cubed it up. I've cubed it into about 1.5 centimeter cubes. We'll make a salmon quiche. What about that then? So we'll bung a bit of spinach in with it and I'll make it a little bit different. So we'll have a salmon and spinach quiche. So easy to make. Let's show you how to do it. Come on. Right, I've got a little 7-inch tin here. Now, don't forget, you have to get a tin which is going to actually fit your air fryer. You know, I've got a little 7-inch tin here. It's about 1.5 inches deep. And all we're going to do is going to put some hot water crust pastry in there. We're going to blind bake it. It's as easy as that, really. So this obviously starts with the hot water crust pastry. Now, there's a link up here, you know, and I'll put a link in the description so you know how to make hot water crust pastry. I think hot water crust pastry is actually the best pastry to use in an air fryer. Now, that's my own opinion. But you know, it's got the fats and everything already in the flour, melted in there when we actually put it together, and it seems to work better. It's not dry. It makes a fantastic pastry inside the air fryer. Okay, so this starts with the pastry. Let's get some pastry rolled out. So we want a little bit of flour on there. Now we're not going to go too daft with this. Flour up our rolling pin, so nice and steady then. I'm going to take our pastry. Now this has been out of the fridge now for about half an hour. Still a little bit firm, but it'll do. So what we'll do is we'll give it a little mashing up in our hands to warm it up. Still a little bit cold actually, not very pliable. Just give that a mashing up in there. That's better. Bit easier when it warms up. That's a little bit thick, that. We want to roll it out a bit more. Get it rolled down. Now I actually want to put a bit of a lip on my pastry, you know. I want a bit of a lip up there. I want to make it a little bit rustic. Now then, do we think that's about the same thickness? I think it's very thick actually. So let's have some more rolled out of there. Nice and steady. Right, that will fit that easily. Now what we need to do, we need to actually grease this out. Now we're going to use our olive oil water spray. So a nice little squirt round there, and then what we're going to do, we're going to put our pastry inside there. So we just need to be lifting it up without tearing it all. Get our tin, and we want our pastry on there, and then all we got to do is gently fold it in. Get it in and work it down to the bottom. All the way in there, all the way around. And there we are. That is a really nice pastry case already formed. Now, what you can do, you can get your rolling pin and you can, over the top, just turn it round. And just pull that out of there. Don't throw your pastry away, guys. Your pastry can be used. Okay, and then what we're going to do is just squash this back up bring it up, work it round. We want that lip up there. And there we have it. That's nice and steady, isn't it? And then we need to take a fork, and what we're going to do is going to jab the bottom, prick the bottom all the way around, nice and steady, and then prick some sides. And then what happens when we blind bake it, guys, it doesn't or shouldn't all puff up. Okay, cut yourself some parchment paper and get that, or baking paper, and get that right into the bottom, right up against the sides. I'm going to squash that up there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take some rice. Now you can use baking beans, anything you like. I've got some rice. We're going to fill it right up and to the sides. So squash that right up against the sides. Right, the only thing with using an air fryer, guys, it blows the air all the way around, so it's going to chuck the rice all over. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a bit of tin foil on the top of there to hold that down. Now that is going to hold the rice down. We don't want that rice blowing around all over. And what we're going to do, guys, we're even going to take a trivet and put the trivet on the top. We're going to make doubly sure that we don't fill our air fryer up with rice. Then all we got to do is bob the air fryer on and stick it in. So we're going to blind bake this at about 200 degrees for about 12 minutes. Let's get that in there. Put that straight in. That's nice and easy in there. Back in the air fryer. Onto 200 for about 12 minutes. That's it, guys. All we got to do now is mix up a mix. So we're going to mix up a mix, guys. It's very straightforward. We're going to use cream. Okay, we're going to use cream today. And we're going to put in a couple of eggs, mix it all up, put a bit of cheese in, bit of spinach, put our salmon in, chuck it back in our quiche and cook it. Okay, we got a nice little bowl of cream there. We got a 1 cup of cream in there. And what we're going to do, we're going to add 3 eggs. Get our eggs in there. We're going to make up a bit of a custard. We're going to add a little pinch of pepper and a pinch of salt. Right, what I want to do, guys, I'm going to add just a little bit of paprika in here. So we're going to get a little shake of paprika. We're going to have about, I don't know, roughly about a teaspoon, I reckon, somewhere around there. And then what we'll do is we'll chuck in some nutmeg. A little bit of fresh grated nutmeg. Now nutmeg's optional, guys, you know, but nutmeg works really well in here, okay? So all we need to do now is give this a mix up. I want to mix up our custard so it's ready to go in our pastry casing. That'll about do it. All we need to do now is grate up some cheese. Now use whatever cheese you want, guys. I'm going to go for cheddar and parmesan today. So grate up some cheddar. Then you want to grate up your parmesan. Right, guys, with our spinach leaves then, we just stripped them off the top of the stalks, and all we're going to do is roughly just run a knife through them. Now we don't have to go 2 bananas, we don't want them too small. You know, it's going to wilt down in our quiche anyway, so that'll do. We have a good cup of spinach leaves there, so all you do is put that to one side, and that is going to go in with our mix. Okay, I think we need to be taking that out of there. Let's have a look. I think that's about okay, so let's have that out of there. Yeah, what we need to do is just take out our rice. Take our rice out of there, guys. Pop it in there, and then we're going to put our case back in there. Okay, so let's take that out of there. Oh, perfect. It's just starting to rise up there, look. Let's just give that a little poke there, like that. Settle it down. Right, we need to get that out of there to cool down. So let's take it out. And I've got these stupid things. I keep saying I'm going to change them, but I haven't changed them yet. They only just fit in there. So that's our casing look. Just put that back in there. Just let it settle up a minute, you know. Let it cool down a little minute. That's still hot. So it's going to dry out a little bit at the bottom, and then we're going to put our mix in. Okay, I think that's about settled enough on there. Still a bit warm, but that'll be fine. What we're going to do, we're going to add a little bit of our custard mix into the bottom of there. And then we're going to put a little bit of salmon in. So that's going to get the salmon into the bottom of our quiche. Make sure everybody gets a bit of salmon. Right, what we want to do now is we want to add our cheese to our wet mixture. So put our cheese in there. Now you can retain a bit for the top if you want. And then all we need to do is just mix that in. Take a handful of our spinach leaves, mix that in there. A little bit more spinach leaves. Now it looks a lot, guys, but don't worry about it, because what's going to happen, it's actually going to wilt away inside our custard mix. And then you guessed it, guys, we are going to add that back to our salmon quiche. So that is all going in there. Oh, look at that. I want to take some salmon and stick it in. Stick it on the top and get it in there. Now this is about as rough as it gets. We've got some spillage everywhere, and what's probably going to happen, actually, it might stick in the tin. So we might have to run a knife round. We're going to put a little bit of cheese on the top of there, just to melt over the top. So that's going to go back in the air fryer for about 20 minutes, about 175. So back in the air fryer, guys. Okay. Oh, come on, just look at that. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to bob a piece of tin foil over the top, and we're going to shove it back in. So we don't want to burn any more of this top on here, that's fine. So all we're going to do is put the tin foil over the top, whack up the temperature. Now the tin foil has to go down the side. Back in. Bing! Music to my ears. That's it, guys, let's get it out of there. Oh, 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 get that tin foil off there. Oh, just look at that. Get our stupid pie thingy, removal thingy in there. And let's get that out of there. Oh guys, come on. Look at that. All we're going to do now, guys, we're going to leave it to stand for about 10 minutes and then we're going to turn it out. Now we don't want to leave it any longer than that because it's sat inside a tray. As long as it sits inside that tray, it's going to start steaming in the bottom, which is going to make our pastry wet. So as soon as we can get that out of there, we have to get it out. Oh, just look at that, guys. Chunks of salmon, lovely cooked. Oh, that is delicious. That is delicious. Oh, spinach and salmon quiche made, guys. If you like what we're doing, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. Share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. We'll catch you in the next video. That is amazing.